You are now listening to Let's Talk with Edigga podcast. Now, get ready to join today's conversation of topics with your host, Edigga.
What's good? What's good? What's really, really good people? Guess what? This is it. This is the debut of Let's Talk with Edigga podcast, only on YouTube and WLEO 26.7 online radio. Okay, I know you're scratching your temples. I know you're wondering why. Okay, well, I'm gonna tell you why. At first, it was all audio. You couldn't see me. You couldn't see me talking. I felt the need to go back to my roots. I had to go back to what I love, and that is talking to people, getting to know people, getting to talk to artists and hearing their new music, getting to talk to entrepreneurs and seeing them in their element and hearing about their business. And today, good people, I have just that on the debut. This is the first of its kind right here on Let's Talk with Edigga podcast, because I'm going to be talking about a person that you ever met a person that cook good food, and the food looks good, and when the food look good, 9 times out, I'm wiping my lips because just thinking and seeing the food in my head just make your mouth water. You ever see that? You ever see good food, pictures of good food, and you see people eating the good food, and you look and you say, man, that looks good. I wonder how that tastes. I'm just going to give you a little taste of what I'm talking about from my special guest today, that she's going to talk about her business. But I want you to watch this first.
Okay. Just watch. She looks so excited. Oh my God.
We're not doing
Goodness.
We're not doing this with you.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Go.
I gotta take my rubber.
She got you for real.
Sorry.
Nope. Riley's
It's Boston Buster. That's what my nephew said. He's like, oh, this is Boston Buster.
Yeah.
It's so sweet and good though. Oh my God.
Oh, man.
No, it's not. It's like really good. Oh my God.
Look at not this little bite.
Mm-hmm. You just
Thank you so
You
much.
Alright, so
I told y'all.
Man, what can I say? You see the girl on the side. She didn't want to try it at first, but after the first girl took the bite and you hear the crunch, she like, wait a minute, let me get in here and taste some of this goodness right here. I'm talking about the owner and founder of Southern Butter restaurant right here in Baltimore. You can only get that goodness here in Baltimore, but I'm almost certain I'm gonna ask her if she's willing to expand to give y'all something to getting y'all something to savor. You see what I'm saying? Southern Butter, my special guest right now. I'm going to bring her on. I'm talking about none other than Chef T. She is here. I'm going to bring her on. How you doing today?
Hi.
That phone, boy, she is fixing it. She is working it out.
It's this iPad, and it's giving me such a hard time, and it would give me a hard time as soon as you come
Right.
on, because
All
the
the
whole time it was doing what it was supposed to do until now.
Right.
So
They
I'm
was
just
cooperating. They knew you was going to be live, and
they knew. Good.
How you doing today?
I'm very, very blessed.
That's
Very
good.
blessed.
That's good.
Mm-mm-mm.
When you see videos like that of your food and people trying your food, what is the first thing that runs through your mind?
It's just it makes me really, really happy. And it brings me a lot of joy. But the first thing I think is, well, damn, is it really that good, y'all? Like,
You
I,
just don't, I mean, you just don't know. Like people, I like food. I ain't gonna say like. I love food. I'm a foodie.
mm-hmm,
But the most important thing is I like good food, you know.
right,
And presentation is everything. You know
mm-hmm.
that. And when I was watching these videos, man, I was like, wow. And I'm sitting, you know, mm, my mouth is watering, you know. You just imagine like, damn, they taste it. I know it tastes good, you know. And I said when I bring you on, I'm dying to know how long have you been cooking?
So I started cooking at a very young age. I want to say maybe around like 9 or 10, but
Okay.
I've always been in the kitchen. Whether it be a baby shower, whether it be a Thanksgiving, Christmas, Easter.
Right.
I just had one of those families that cook a lot. Everybody cooks a lot. I've
Right.
always just grew up around women that cook. My mom has always cooked. My
Right.
grandmother has always cooked. All of my aunts have always cooked. So I have literally been in the kitchen my entire life.
Wow.
Um, Doing it professionally, I would say this is like my first solid year
Okay.
doing it professionally. These past 4 to 6 months, these have been my first solid months with storefronts.
Mm.
Um, and this is like this is the time that it has like really became, like legit for me. Any other time it was just normal. Cooking was just a part of just everyday life.
Right. Right. Wow. Did I was just thinking last week, Chef T, that I wasn't there in the kitchen with my mom. And God rest her soul. She was an awesome cook. What
Mhm.
with every mother that, cooking is just something I don't know, it's something in their blood that you inherited, from her mother to down to my mother. And but I wasn't in the kitchen. And I don't know, she was that type of person that, you don't belong in the kitchen or get out my kitchen when I'm preparing my meals and things like that. Did
Mhm.
you did you ever encounter that, or was your mom or aunt or grandmother, were they the type of people who say, all right, you need to come in here, you need to watch me? What was that like?
Yeah, see, it was like the total opposite for me. Like my mom and my aunts and my grandmothers, like they always wanted me in the kitchen.
Okay.
Like you have to help. Like you're gonna need to learn how to cook for yourself.
Right, right,
But
right,
to the flip side, it just was like after we cooked the food, like you couldn't touch it. Like, or while I'm cooking, if you're not in here helping, like don't come in here and taste of my food before
right,
everybody else. Like
right,
don't do that. Like that was always a big no-no.
right,
In all of the households in my family. It's just like either you're gonna help or you're not gonna help. And if you're not gonna help, don't be in here and don't get in my way and don't be in my pot.
right. That was my mom. That
Yeah.
was my mom. My sister especially, like, well, my sister was in the kitchen with her, as you know,
Hmm.
but I never I tried it once. I would peek it around the corner. I said, "Damn, what is it that she does to make this meal so good, or what is he putting in this food?" Because
Hmm.
everything I can't remember anything that she cooked that did not taste bad.
Right.
As a child. Um, Speaking of which, now that you have your restaurant, um, take us through the process. What was that like? Like, I heard you say storefront. Um,
Hmm.
Take us through that process. What was it? Was it hard to acquire your business? Was it hard to acquire space for your business? Take us through that process, if you will.
Um, so with the process, I was actually, I would say, divinely guided
Mm,
into it
okay.
because my first location that I was initially at before my current, um I necessarily, I didn't ask for that location. Um my first month of rent was like $400. Like it was
Wow.
dirt cheap. Yeah, it was like so affordable. It was a situation where as though someone had seen a vision that I had.
Mhm.
Um they didn't mind investing the time. And at the end of the day, they benefited from it as well. A friend of mine, he had a storefront. He has a storefront, and at the time, the storefront really wasn't bringing in its usual, scale of customers.
Right,
And
right,
um, the pandemic had a lot to do with it.
right.
So since the pandemic, he hadn't been operating. Make a long story short, me and him, we had a discussion. I ended up coming in, opening up. I funded all of my own help as far as prep, cashiers, people to come in to clean and sanitize the cooking area.
Right,
All
right.
of that was out of pocket.
Wow.
Buying my menus, marketing, all of it out of pocket.
Okay.
Um, and it's not easy. And I have a problem with making things that are hard look easy
Mm,
because I feel like we're so accustomed to being strong, and I'm so used to being strong that it's just like it's just normal.
right,
Um,
right, right.
but these things and these accomplishments that I've made and these levels that I continue to scale, um, and how I'm doing it so fast, it's very commendable. And at times, I just have and I think we all forget to be, just a little bit more gentle with ourselves.
Right.
Um, so that's basically just how it came about. I ended up opening the storefront, started my came up with a menu. I started pushing the egg rolls there. And it's a well known storefront.
Okay.
But it's located in like the heart of West Baltimore.
Okay.
I started pushing my brand there, selling the egg rolls there. Make a long story short, me and the owner, we came to a consensus, and I ended up leaving that location. Um, I would say within a couple of weeks, I ended up finding a new storefront.
Mm,
And what I'm a part of now, it's called a virtual kitchen.
mm,
And what they do is they highlight African American chefs and entrepreneurs that have products.
wow.
So I ended up finding this space with other chefs, and I ended up becoming that, a part of that entity, um, bringing my own separate entity, and with that location, like I said, I had my own brand, I had my own menu, but
Wow.
there are other chefs there, and there are other concepts there that people can pick and choose from.
Right,
Um,
right, right.
my concept is Southern butter. It's modernized Southern cuisine. It's all Southern. My entire menu. It just so happens to be very popular, and it just so happens to be doing very, very, very well there. with the thanks of all of my supporters and everybody that continuously supports me every week.
Wow, that's amazing. And looking at and talking about it, I I just got to put this back up here. This is your flyer,
Yes.
and I would say this is the items or the foods that you offer. Let's talk about these egg rolls right quick.
Yes. Let's get
Man.
into it. They deserve
So
a
I'm
round of
reading this.
applause.
It's my specialties, people.
Yes.
For those who are listening on I feel sorry for you. You gotta see it. For the people that's watching this on YouTube, bless you. Overstuffed Chesapeake egg rolls. Now, let me just say what's in this. I'm just reading off of the flyer. Jumbo lump crab cake and blackened salmon rolled into a crispy, and they are crispy. Any two times that you can hear the crunch in the video. Crispy egg roll fried to perfection and smothered in chipotle aioli. Did I
Yes.
say that right?
Aioli. Yes.
Is it aioli or aioli?
I say aioli, but you know, we from Baltimore, so
Right.
we talk
So
different.
that slang is a little
That's
different.
like
Yeah. Here. And raw honey, country fried shrimp, cast iron baked mackerel. Now, wait a minute. Now, I can't really eat cheese because I'm lactose. I'm lactose intolerant.
no.
But every now and hey, if I gotta suffer, I'll take the punishment. Cast iron mac and cheese. Please
Yes.
explain that. What is that?
Okay, so cast iron baked mac and cheese is basically exactly what it sounds like. It's
Okay.
my recipe of mac and cheese, but it's baked in a cast iron pan.
Okay.
Yes. Um Here we go again. I'm
That
sorry.
iPad. Don't you just
Sorry.
love it?
It's
Don't
just
feel bad. My equipment do the same thing. It's like he's about to go live, y'all. Start messing up now. But it's
okay.
man.
So so I top it with these jumbo they're huge fried shrimp. You can get it with or without the fried shrimp. That's up to your choice, but that's usually how it comes. And
Okay.
a lot of people love it. Like they really they love it. They like it a
That's
lot.
what's up.
It's became very very popular.
On the average, how many people come to you per day? On the average.
On the average, Grubhub's included.
You on Grubhub?
Around, I am on Grubhub.
Please tell me you're not on Grubhub.
I am on Grubhub. Yes.
All I need to know. That's all I need to know. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that with me.
Yes. I want to say maybe around like 25 to 30
per day.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. What is what is your most favorite thing to cook?
Ooh. My most favorite thing to cook would have to be does it have to be something like I don't know, that's a good question. This is really like not cool. That is a good question. As far as on my menu, I would have to say the lamb chops. Yeah, and I say the lamb chops because it's like a two-step process. Like I cook them on the grill,
Okay.
and then I cook them on the stove.
Okay.
Like I want to say I kind of stew them for a little bit because I put like a marinade on them and onions and peppers, and it's just really pretty. It's just really pretty. Like doing the process, I really like making the lamb chops.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's remarkable. I commend anybody. I have a good friend who's a chef as well, and I commend anybody who, takes the time out because one is rewarding, but also it can be I wouldn't say stressful, but it can be rewarding and demanding all that at the same time. Um
Absolutely.
Now, aside from that, aside from uh you cooking, are you the only cook or do you have other cooks that along helping you, like assisting cook,
Um.
or
So with my,
so you
I
said you
have,
hired your little sister?
yeah, I just recently hired my little sister. She's now rolling my egg rolls for me,
Okay.
and that's working out pretty well. I also had some assistance from another chef from a total different business. He was coming in, before doing his evening shifts in the morning for me, helping rolling the egg rolls because the demand for them have been so high.
Right.
So that's like a total different struggle. Um but yeah, that's basically how that goes. It's mostly me for the most part.
Okay.
Everything. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Like I said, I commend you for, because I know you're in high demand, based off of the reactions. And speaking of reactions, I got one more reaction video that I want y'all guys to see. This one actually cracked me up. This is just to tell you how good the food is at Southern Butter. Check this out.
I need more than that. See, I got big lips. I'm gonna bring my kids up here.
Oh, wow.
Here go that water.
Ew, don't.
Look, here go
Can
the
you
water.
eat yours?
I want you, but I want to save her.
You're trying to save it.
Look, she is a frenzy.
So right here we got the lamb chop,
Take a
nice
bite,
and
baby.
it's
Show me
juicy,
the door.
juicy, you know.
Put that tongue on.
Acting like your father.
Put that tongue on it, baby. Chew them lips. Make them clap.
Oh shit. Now this is what you call a lamb in a chop, man.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
No, it's cooked like perfect.
Man, forget cooked, it's marinated well.
Bro.
You had
I don't even know what you put on it, baby.
Juice.
Got my lips wet.
juice. One more time,
Motherfucking
juice.
And guess what? That motherfucking burger made my leg went like I was in ballet.
Oh my god. What is wrong?
Motherfucker made me like
Yeah.
I know that's right. I know that's right.
Those
Hey,
two.
we gonna take this quick break. Coming back more with Chef T, my special guest. She is the owner of Southern Butter. Don't go nowhere. Much more to come. That's right, good people. WLEO 26.7 online radio. If you having the pleasure of listening to this very special debut of Let's Talk with Edigga podcast, make sure you are downloaded. Make sure you are going to the website. In case you don't know how to get to WLEO radio, it's real simple. Download the free, yes, I say free app from Google Play, Apple App Store, and iTunes. Search for WLEO 26.7 online radio. And if you're watching on YouTube, I appreciate you. But if you having some trouble trying to get to us, it's real simple. Go to YouTube and type in Charm City Direct TV. That's right. And when you get there, you can watch this live video right now in its entirety and previous shows on Charm City Direct TV. I have the pleasure to be talking to entrepreneur, business owner, good food cooker, Chef T, I am just sitting here. I am hungry. You probably can hear my stomach is rumbling. And she just said something that just made my day. She is on Grubhub, and I have Grubhub. So either today or tomorrow, I am getting some food from Southern Butter. I just love that. How did you come up with the name Southern Butter?
So, a lot of my family is very deep rooted in the South, North
Right,
Carolina.
right.
I have a lot of people in Detroit, South Carolina. We're everywhere. So Southern just kind of came to me.
Mm,
But at first it was supposed to be called Southern Belle. And that's
okay.
basically my mom's maiden last name and my family's name, Belle. It had a ring to it, but it just it didn't it didn't do it for me.
Right. It didn't stick.
Yeah, it didn't really stick.
Right,
And then I thought about, something that I love, something that I need to have when I'm eating most of the time. And I just thought about butter. It's just like I love butter. Like
mm,
I feel like most meals they need butter, or most meals, they have butter. I need
right,
extra butter on my cornbread, on my biscuits. Like it's
right,
just like when I think about the South and when I think about Southern food, butter is something that is vital to,
right.
if not any meal, but most meals.
Right.
Um,
You can't have cornbread without butter.
you can't
Or
have
honey for
cornbread
that
without butter.
matter. Like you gotta
Like
have something with it.
it's like you gotta have both. So
Right.
that's basically how I came up with the name Southern Butter. It wasn't too, too hard. It was just something that once I felt like it was right, I just went with it.
That's what's up. Where are
Yeah.
you located?
I am located in Windsor Mill. I'm located inside of Dogwood Station, and I sit right beside a Pizza Hut.
Mm,
Um, it's literally like right on the side of Pizza Hut, and that's where I am. It's 2301 Rolling Road. Yeah, Windsor Mill, and it's like kind of a well-known landmark. I feel like because when I say Dogwood Station to a lot of people, oh well, I rode past there or I've seen that before. So it's a well-known area.
I'm familiar with that area,
Hmm.
Windsor Mill. Every time when I say the name Windsor Mill, I think about subsequently food for some reason. Like I used to date a girl that used to live around there, and we used to go to this certain strip that had nothing but like clothing shops and food.
Hmm.
So every time when I say the name Windsor Mill, it just reminds me of food. It is so funny. Um, talk about the future. Where do you see Southern Butter? Do you see expansion? Um, are you just content here in Baltimore? Talk about the future of Southern Butter.
Um, I definitely see expansion. Expansion is I would say already in a process. I'm doing a lot of marketing. Um, I see a food truck. I see different locations. I will be making my Chipotle aioli available. It will be on the market. So I see my brand inside of Wegmans. I see my brand inside of Harris Teeter. I see my brand inside of Whole Foods. Um, these are my visions for the future. These are the things that I'm manifesting, and these are the things that will happen very soon. So I just would say, just be on the lookout.
Right. Right. I can't wait.
Yep.
We're going to switch
Yep.
gears for a minute. We're going to take this quick break. More with Chef T. Because we're going to talk about a topic. I couldn't just have this show without talking about a current event. So we're going to get into that current event, and of course, we're going to talk about Mr. R. Let me stop saying that. Mr. R. Kelly. And his conviction. He is facing life in prison after all of the allegations of sex trafficking, molestation, all of that. We're going to talk about that. We're going to get Chef T's views on that. We're going to take this quick break, coming back more with Let's Talk with Edigga podcast. Don't go nowhere.
What you listening to?
What? I'm listening to that new station, WLEO 26.7 online radio, man. Baltimore's newest online radio station. Oh my God, they got all the latest music, R&B from the 80s, 90s, the 2000s, jazz and gospel, man. Oh my God, on one station. And I just heard through the grapevine, I don't know how true it is, but they're going to have some talk shows, they're going to have some DJs on there cutting it up. Man, y'all better get on this. WLEO 26.7 online radio. Let me get back to this.
That's right. Tune in to WLEO 26.7 online radio for all the newest music, hip hop and R&B from the 80s, 90s, and 2000s. Jazz and gospel, as well as new shows and local and national DJs on the ones and twos, getting you ready for the work week ahead. That party vibe or relaxing at home, all on Baltimore's newest online radio station, WLEO 26.7 online radio. Worldwide listening entertainment online.
That's right, good people. WLEO 26.7 online radio. Make sure you download the app, or you can go to the official website of WLEO radio at www.26.7 online radio. That is sad because I just forgot about it. I just forgot the website. Here it is. www.WLEO267 online radio, or you can download the free app on Google Play, Android, or in Apple App Store and iTunes, and take us with you on the go. You got some great music from the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, some of the greatest talk shows you ever want to hear, and DJs cutting it up on the ones and twos. We are here live with owner, entrepreneur, just all around good cook extraordinaire. I'm just going to give you all of that today. Chef T is here. She is talking about her business, Southern Butter. Make sure you get out and taste some of that good food, because I see the videos. I've seen the food. I need to taste it for myself now. And I know that if they love it, you saw some of the reaction videos that I just posted. If they love it, I know I'm going to love it, because I'm a foodie. And I know a lot of other people out there that's watching this, you're foodies too, and y'all like good food. So we're going to shift gears for a minute, and we're going to talk about a topic that is in the news right now. And I'm talking about the conviction of artist, Grammy award-winning artist R. Kelly. The conviction came today, actually, that he is facing life in prison due to the allegations, the numerous allegations. And there was a documentary some time ago where people was coming forth and just saying what type of person he was and what he was doing behind closed doors. And subsequently, people, a friend of mine, a close friend of mine, his daughter, which is Azriel Clary, was intertwined with that. And it's crazy because I had a chance to interview her at a young age when she was just breaking into the music business. And of course, I was talking to her father about some of this stuff that was going on with R. Kelly. So while I have you here, Chef T, I want your opinions on this. What do you think about all of the allegations and the conviction that came down for R. Kelly?
Ooh. I think that it's a lot. Every day there is, I would say, new information that gets posted and that gets put out on social media that I feel like changes the dynamic of his case so frequently.
Right.
And I think that makes for a lot of feelings of confusion.
Right.
I do think it's what he's going through now is something that he should have I'm not gonna say experienced then, but it shouldn't have been let go of so easily
Right.
then
Right.
when it was first brought about to light. And I'm not that old. So it's just like a lot of this stuff, I was a kid
Mhm.
when a lot of these, allegations and things were coming about. But I feel like it's sad. It's very sad. And not only do I feel for his victims, but I also feel for him
Right.
because at one point in time he was a victim,
Right.
and that just it manifested someone that could have been a total different human being if that trauma would have been acknowledged
Right. Right.
with his situation, because he was abused as well,
Right.
um, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
And I believe he might have been molested by a man, or if I'm not mistaken, or by a woman at a very young age. But no matter the vice, I feel like it still could have been a total different outcome
Right.
if that trauma would have been addressed,
Right.
because now
Right.
you have somebody who was abused, trauma never been treated, never been acknowledged, never
Right.
been talked about, and now he's doing very heinous things,
Mhm.
to other people. And it's sad. It really is sad.
Right.
It really is. It's very unfortunate, but I feel like it's something that it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. You
Right.
know.
Do you feel like uh because of his celebrity
Hmm.
that he did these things and said, I would never get caught. I would never get any type of jail time. In your opinion, do you think because of his celebrity, because of his celebrity, do you think that he just ignored it and said that I'm R. Kelly, I could do what I want and not face any type
Um,
of consequences?
yes and no. I say yes because that's just like the practicality of the whole thing. You know, he's a celebrity, so people are going to be more susceptible to doing unsavory acts.
Right.
I'll say it in that manner. Um, but then also again, these women that have, you know, been manipulated by him, all of them weren't underage.
Mm,
Some of them were adults,
right.
grown women.
Right.
And a lot of them, and that's why I don't even like speaking on it, because it's so it's too controversial, because I wasn't there and I don't
Right.
know what's true or what's not true,
Right.
But
Right.
some of the things that I've read that, some of the women, they did take money, in confirmation, in agreement to, hey, I'm not gonna say this, that, and the third. Or at one point in time, they were comfortable doing these unsavory acts. You know, it's just like it's really, really, really hard to speak on. I definitely, these underage women that he had these relationships with, I definitely not under any circumstance think that, that is acceptable, not at all.
Right.
But these older women, and his ex-wife, I've been reading about her, speaking in the tabloids and
Right. Right.
things like that. These,
Right.
that's when it gets a bit controversial, because you don't know what's really true, and
And
what's
what's
not true
yeah.
with
Yeah.
that, because y'all are grown at this point.
Right.
So it's really, really tough and hard to speak on. But
Right.
and social media and the things that, you know that I've read, not knowing if it's true or not, it doesn't make it no any better. It makes it even more confusing.
Right. Right. So my question to the audience now: what are your thoughts on R. Kelly's conviction? Do he serve the time? Is it right that he served the time? Is it right that he got convicted? Or do you think that no, he shouldn't have got the time because based off of allegations and evidence, there wasn't enough? So the question today is, and you can comment on our official Facebook page, go to WLEO 26.7 online radio and make your comment, state your comment about the question. Do you think, what are your thoughts of R. Kelly? Do you think he was right? Do you think he was wrong? Remember, go to the official fan page of WLEO 26.7 online radio on Facebook and post your comments. And we will greatly, greatly appreciate you posting your comments. Chef T, I just want to say thank you for your opinion on that topic. And now it comes to the part of the interview where I want the guest to offer some type of advice to someone that's out there, an inspiring chef, inspiring cook, that person that cooks almost as good as you. Um, to offer your advice to anyone that has a gift, but really don't know where to take that gift, where they need to go. So I want you to take this moment to tell people out there, or that person, or that persons, or people,
Hmm.
um, or inspire that person to not give up on their dreams. What do you say to that person?
I say to you, consistency is key. Definitely, knowledge is definitely power. Always invest in yourself. Never be shy to investing in yourself. It's only gonna level or scale whatever you're doing. Um, keep good company. Don't be around people that don't want the same things as you. Don't be around people that don't motivate you. Don't be around people that don't challenge you, but um in a positive way, not like more in a competitive spirit, but more so positive wise, don't be around people that don't celebrate you. Um because I think that's very important. Um if you have a gift and you're not sure like your purpose, or you're trying to find your purpose, I definitely would say pray on it. Um, Pray on it, and it's going to be divinely aligned to you. It's not going to be something that you got to look for. It's going to find you. Um, it's not something that you're going to have to, reach so hard for, because when you really know, and you're gonna feel it. Um, and it's hard. It's hard.
Right.
It's definitely hard, and it's a lot easier said than done. But I would say always stay creative, and stay creative in anything. Um, Stay creative in life. Life is gonna throw you obstacles. Life, I always say this, but it always gives us the element of surprise, and we never know when things are gonna happen. But creativity, it allows us to maneuver through life um, in different ways, and by improvising and things of that nature. So don't be, so fast to call it quits, or don't be so fast to, throw in the towel. I also say creativity triumphs duplication. Um, People don't like to duplicate the hard work. People like to duplicate what they see, and people like to imitate what they see, good fortune, but people don't like to imitate hard work. So I would say always stay creative. It's gonna triumph anything and everything that's meant to kind of send you astray. Stay resilient, believe in yourself. um it's gonna come a time where your friends, they're not gonna be there. Your family, they're not gonna be there. Your best friend that you used to talk to every day, that person is not gonna be there. And
Right.
there's no book and there's no course that teaches us this.
Right.
And this is when your inner strength is really going to be tested. This is when your faith and is really going to be tested. This is when everything that you say you want so bad, or everything that you desire, this is the time when all of that is going to be tested.
Right.
You really have to just go within and push through everything.
Right. Right.
Um, and this is the part that I would say I'm kind of, I am now transitioning kind of out of that part.
Mm.
Um, Nobody ever told me I was gonna have days like that. Um, we often see the meme, on Instagram, and we often see inspirational videos, and they say your friends aren't going to be here. That's not a lie. That is real.
Right.
When you are embedded into building a business and building a brand,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna get busy.
Right.
And you know, normal conversations are gonna be like, hey, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, but it's just like that people aren't gonna be there helping you hand and foot.
Right.
It's not gonna be like that. I'm not saying that they're not gonna support you. I'm not saying that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying when you're building your brand, it's literally all you if you don't have a solid team. And
Right.
most people starting out young, black, entrepreneur, um, already being judged. Since you hit most rooms, most people don't have a team.
Right.
So being, you know, a entrepreneur and not having a solid team, you know, that's something that nobody sets you up for. And I'm still not really, I would say, set up for it, but I pushed through it. Like I
Right.
experienced it.
Right.
And it's something that I can honestly say, if you're serious about your business, anything that you're serious about, everybody that's not serious is not going to be there.
Right.
They just
Right.
not.
Right.
Yep.
That's what's up. I want to say first and foremost, thank you for coming on the show and, you know, talking about your business, talking about your brand. And I, you know, I am always amazed by young people, you know, starting out and starting their own in their respective endeavors. So I just want to say publicly, you know, I'm proud of you and I see nothing but great things in your future.
Thank
Um,
you.
and I just want to say, you know, thank you for being one of the staples here in Baltimore because not only, and I say that to say this, you don't hear about this often
Mm-hmm.
about young people starting their own and uh building their own. So I just want to say thank you for just taking the time to be that staple here in Baltimore to not only provide good food and good spirits, but just being that true black owned business
Mm-hmm.
that's here in Baltimore. So I commend you. I thank you and I commend you for doing that.
I appreciate you so much.
You're
Thank you
welcome.
so much.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you for inviting me. It was my pleasure, literally.
And shout out to my good friend Wayne. Um, he always do it to me. He said, "Hey man, you know I'm a good judge of character. I spot talent. I know good people." And he sent me your way. Um, and I did my research and I looked and I said, "Man, she really got it going on." So that's what really, yes, he must have came in and ate food and was hooked.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, he
shout out
was.
to Wayne.
Shout out
Shout
to
out.
Wayne. Thanks,
Yeah.
Wayne.
Yes. You're no stranger now to Let's Talk with Edigga podcast. And with that being said, anything new you got coming up? Any announcements, any shout outs?
So what do I have new coming right now? I'm just really focused on, no, I'm sorry. I do have one thing new coming out. I am
Okay.
in the process of recording a commercial for my brand, so that I can drop it, scale it, and market it. Um, as far as my menu, I'm gonna keep my menu very simple for right now,
Right.
because it's just like, if it's not broke, I'm not gonna fix it.
There you
And
go.
yeah, and I'm just gonna move like that. I have been thinking about doing a new egg roll. It would be an oxtail egg roll. So I would say just be on the lookout for that.
Wow.
It hasn't been produced yet, but it is in thought.
Okay.
I am dropping my chipotle aioli, and it's gonna be called the sauce. Everybody, they don't know what to call it, so they just call it the sauce.
Okay.
So they just say, I need the sauce. Just put the sauce on there, put it on extra, put it on the side, just give me the sauce.
Okay.
So I will be dropping that sauce, and it will be an organic chipotle aioli, just to be specific. And hopefully without the right person sees this, or the right person, is aligned with me, because I would really like to market that and produce that, and get
Right.
that in
Right.
stores and on shelves. I would really, really, really love to do that, and that's my next step. But
That's what's up.
again, I just have to give a big, huge shout out to anybody who has ever purchased anything from me, whether it had been at my storefront or out of the trunk of my car or from my house. You all have been with me in the transition, and you all have been the foundation to what is now a brand,
Right.
which is now an entity within itself.
Right.
So I have to show as much gratitude as I can to my supporters. I love you all. I appreciate you all. You are definitely respected. You are valued. And
That's what's up. That's what's up. One last question. Where can people find you on social media?
I am at Southern Butter by Chef T on Instagram. That's my business page. But I'm also at Tomata, and that's TOMATOETOMATA. Like you say tomato, I say tomato. It's just like that.
Okay.
That's my personal page. You can find me at both pages. Again, I'm at 2301 Golden Road. That's where the storefront is. It's located in Windsor Mill. You will see Global Road Takeouts on the front, but like I said, it's a virtual platform. It has different concepts. All you got to do is ask for Chef T, and I will be there.
That's what's up.
Yes.
Again, I want to say thank you for coming on the show.
Thank
It has been
you.
an absolute pleasure. And please, anytime that you have anything, and also I need to say this: when you get your commercial, when it's
Mhm.
done, send it my way. It will be live. Every time when I go live, it will be played.
Thank you so
So
much. I appreciate that.
not a problem. Whenever you get it done, send it over. Say, hey, E, this is the commercial for Southern Butter. When I go
Yes.
live, it go live. So,
Yes.
everybody, this has been the very first debut. This is the first debut of Let's Talk with Edigga podcast. Make sure you go to the official website of WLEO 26.7 online radio at
Yes.
www.WLEO267onlineradio.com, or take us with you on the go by downloading the free, yes, I said free app of WLEO Radio on Google Play, Apple App Store, and iTunes. Hey, you have been great. And as always, I holla at you when I smile at you. Peace.